In the year 2245, Earth was no longer the center of human civilization. It was just another node in the sprawling interstellar network humanity had weaved among the stars. However, the planet was about to regain some of its former glory due to an unprecedented event: the arrival of the first alien visitor. The alien craft entered the solar system silently, its approach going unnoticed by the majority of Earth's orbital sensors, which were more accustomed to detecting human-made spacecraft. It was only when the vessel reached the orbit of Mars that an amateur astronomer on one of the Martian colonies noticed the anomaly and raised the alarm. The news of the alien arrival sent ripples through the human Federation. Speculation, excitement, and fear filled the media channels as every eye turned towards the approaching visitor. As governments scrambled to respond, the United Earth Council decided to send an envoy to greet the alien. The choice fell on Dr. Sarah Klein, a renowned xenobiologist and diplomat, known for her work in establishing peaceful contacts with new human colonies. Dr. Klein's shuttle approached the alien ship cautiously. The vessel was unlike anything humans had ever engineered. It was organic in appearance, with smooth, flowing lines and a surface that shimmered with colors that shifted in the sunlight. It resembled a giant seed pod, ready to bloom. As she docked with the alien craft, Sarah's heart raced with both excitement and trepidation. The airlock door hissed open, and she stepped into the unknown. The interior of the ship was as organic as the exterior, with walls that pulsed gently, illuminated by a soft, internal light. The atmosphere was breathable, though tinged with a floral scent that reminded Sarah of lavender. She didn't have to wait long. The alien appeared from around a bend in the corridor. It was taller than a human, with a slender build and covered in smooth, iridescent skin that shimmered like a soap bubble. Its eyes were large and expressive, conveying a sense of profound intelligence and calm. "Welcome, Dr. Klein," the alien said in perfect English, its voice musical and soothing. "I am Lara of the Ashana. We have come in peace, seeking knowledge and exchange." Sarah was momentarily stunned. "You speak our language?" Lara smiled, a gesture that was surprisingly human. "We have studied your transmissions to prepare for this meeting. We wish to learn from you and share our own knowledge in return." The discussions that followed were broadcasted live across all human territories. Lara explained that her people were explorers, wandering the cosmos in search of understanding different life forms and cultures. The Ashana were particularly interested in Earth's rich biodiversity and human social structures. As the initial meetings turned into regular dialogues, Sarah and Lara formed a bond of mutual respect and curiosity. However, as the mating season of the Ashana approached a period of heightened emotional and biological needs, Lara began exhibiting behaviors that Sarah couldn't easily interpret. The alien's usually calm demeanor was replaced by a playful, sometimes teasing attitude, especially around Sarah. Unbeknownst to Sarah, her interactions during this sensitive time were crucial. The Ashana formed deep emotional connections during their mating season, and their behavior could be easily misinterpreted. The Federation, unaware of the intricacies of Ashana biology and social norms, saw only the potential for diplomatic ties and scientific exchange. As Earth prepared for a grand event to honor the Ashana, Sarah received a warning from Lara that hinted at the complexities of the situation. "Sarah, your people must tread carefully," Lara cautioned one evening as they watched Earth from the observation deck of her ship. "Our emotions and actions are intensified during this time. What seems like mere playfulness can lead to grave misunderstandings." Sarah nodded, understanding the gravity behind Lara's playful smiles. It was a crucial moment for human-alien relations, and any misstep could lead to conflict or embarrassment. As the chapter closes, Earth remains blissfully unaware of the cultural tightrope they were walking. The stage was set for a series of events that could either forge a powerful alliance or lead to profound regret. Lara's ship became a focal point of human curiosity and diplomatic efforts. Scientists from various disciplines were eager to learn about the Ashana technology, which seemed to blend biological growth with technological functions seamlessly. Meanwhile, cultural attaches buzzed around, hoping to decode the social cues and norms of their new alien guests. Sarah found herself at the center of these bustling activities, tasked with facilitating the smooth exchange of information and ensuring that human interactions aligned with Ashana sensitivities. It was a balancing act that required not just scientific acumen, but also a deep understanding of interspecies diplomacy. One evening, during a formal dinner hosted in Lasara's honor, an incident occurred that tested the fragile relationship between the two species. A high-ranking diplomat, misunderstanding Lasara's playful banter for flirtation, responded with a bold overture. The room fell into an uncomfortable silence as Lasara's colors shifted, her iridescent skin flickering with shades of deep purple, an Ashana sign of distress. Sarah quickly intervened, apologizing on behalf of her colleague and steering the conversation towards a less charged topic. She later pulled the diplomat aside, her expression stern. "The Ashana do not view interactions through the same lens as we do," she explained. "What you perceive as an invitation may merely be a form of social exploration, especially now." Lasara, for her part, recovered gracefully, turning the incident into a learning opportunity. She explained to the gathered humans about the Ashana's emotional expressions and how their mating season heightened their responses to social stimuli. "Among my people, the colors we show are not just decoration but a language of emotion," Lasara elaborated, her tone both educational and gentle. "Understanding them can prevent misinterpretations and foster deeper connections." The weeks following the incident saw Sarah organizing workshops and training sessions for anyone involved in the Earth-Ashana exchange. She delved into the subtleties of Ashana emotional expressions, their nonverbal cues, and the critical periods of their biological cycle. Her efforts were crucial in avoiding further faux pas, and gradually, the human delegates learned to read the shifts in Lasara's colors almost as well as they could decipher a human frown or smile. Meanwhile, Sarah and Lasara's bond deepened as they spent long hours discussing not only professional matters but also personal thoughts and dreams. Lasara was fascinated by human art and asked Sarah to introduce her to various forms from classical music to contemporary digital creations. In return, Lasara shared with Sarah the Ashana's form of artistic expression, which involved manipulating bioluminescent patterns on their skin to create dynamic, mesmerizing displays. As the Earth prepared for the official signing of the Earth-Ashana Friendship Treaty, the atmosphere was one of cautious optimism. The treaty was more than just a formal acknowledgement of peace. It was a commitment to mutual understanding and support, a promise to bridge the vast cultural and biological divides between the two species. On the eve of the treaty signing, Lasara invited Sarah to a private viewing of the aurora from her ship's observation deck. The natural light show, enhanced by the backdrop of space, provided a serene setting for what Lasara had to share. "Sarah," Lasara began, her tone more solemn than usual, her skin displaying a gentle wave of tranquil blues and greens, "tomorrow will mark a significant milestone for our species. But as we celebrate, we must also remain vigilant. The path of interstellar friendship is fraught with unseen challenges. We must continuously strive to understand not just the languages we speak, but the emotions we convey through our very beings." Sarah nodded, understanding the weight of Lasara's words. As the colors danced above them, reflecting off Lasara's skin, she realized that this treaty was just the beginning. The real work, the daily efforts to understand and respect one another, lay ahead. And as the night deepened, the two of them sat there, watching the sky, their minds as open as the universe that stretched out before them, full of stars and possibilities. The signing of the Earth-Ashana Friendship Treaty was a spectacle of interspecies diplomacy. Leaders from both civilizations stood side by side, their images broadcast across countless worlds, symbolizing a new era of cooperation and mutual exploration. However, beneath the ceremonial grandeur, Sarah knew the real challenges were just beginning. After the festivities, the focus shifted to integrating Ashana technology with human systems. A joint research facility was established on the outskirts of Luna City, where scientists from both species could collaborate. Sarah was appointed as the liaison officer, overseeing the sensitive exchange of technology and data. The facility was a marvel of biotechnological fusion. Ashana bioengineering had transformed part of the lunar surface into a thriving ecosystem, capable of supporting both Ashana and human life. This living lab was not only a research hub, but also a testbed for the cohabitation of their two species. During one of the lab sessions, an incident occurred that highlighted the delicate nature of their partnership. A human engineer, out of curiosity, manipulated one of the Ashana's organic consoles without proper authorization. The console, sensitive to the untrained touch, reacted unpredictably, releasing a spore-like cloud that caused mild respiratory distress among several human staff. Lara and Sarah convened an emergency meeting to address the breach. It was a tense gathering, with human and Ashana researchers on edge. Lara took the lead, her tone firm yet empathetic. This incident underscores the need for deeper knowledge and respect for each other's technologies and biological frameworks, she said. Our tools and systems are extensions of ourselves, alive and responsive to our interactions. Sarah followed up with practical steps to prevent future incidents, including enhanced training for all personnel and stricter safety protocols. The response was swift and effective, demonstrating their commitment to a safe and respectful integration of their technologies. Amid these operational challenges, Sarah was intrigued by the deeper philosophical implications of their work. The more she engaged with Ashana technology, the more she questioned the human approach to technology as a tool rather than a partner. Her discussions with Lara became increasingly philosophical, exploring ideas of consciousness and the ethics of bio-integrated technology. One late evening, while walking through the biodome where earth plants flourished alongside alien flora, Sarah shared her thoughts with Lara. Our technologies reflect our philosophies. Humans often see technology as a means to an end, while the Ashana see it as a living part of your ecosystem. Perhaps, through this collaboration, we can learn to view our tools not just as instruments of our will, but as partners in our growth. Lara listened intently, her luminescent skin glowing softly in the dim light, reflecting her thoughtful mood. True understanding goes beyond language and diplomacy. It is about seeing the world through each other's eyes. Maybe, through our partnership, we can teach each other new ways to perceive and interact with the world around us. As the lunar cycle progressed, the Living Lab yielded its first successes. A joint venture produced a new type of bio-solar panel, which integrated Ashana organic circuits with human photovoltaic cells, resulting in highly efficient, self-repairing energy systems. The breakthrough was a testament to the potential of their combined strengths and perspectives. The success of the bio-solar panels became a symbol of their burgeoning partnership, celebrated as a pinnacle of human-Ashana cooperation. But for Sarah and Lara, it was also a personal triumph, a tangible result of their shared vision and mutual respect. As they stood together watching the installation of the first panels on the lunar habitat, the serene landscape around them illuminated by Earthlight, they realized that their endeavor was not just about combining technologies, but about weaving together the very fabric of their beings. The challenges ahead were formidable, but the foundation of trust and understanding they had built promised a future where human and Ashana could thrive together, not just as allies but as kindred spirits in the endless dance of cosmic exploration. The collaboration between humans and Ashana was evolving beyond mere technology exchange and entering the realms of cultural and personal integration. The Living Lab on Luna had become a microcosm of potential future societies, where both species could live, work, and thrive together. Amidst this backdrop, Sarah and Lara continued their deep dives into each other's worlds, uncovering layers of complexity in their interactions. A new project was launched to develop a communication interface that would allow humans and Ashana to share experiences more directly, almost telepathically. The device, named the Confluence Interface, was designed to translate thoughts into a universal neural language comprehensible to both species. The implications were profound, promising a level of understanding that went beyond words and gestures. As the lead of the project, Sarah worked closely with Ashana neurospecialists, delving into the neural architecture of both species. The task was daunting, as it involved not only technological innovation but also a deep ethical commitment to respect the mental and emotional privacy of individuals. During one testing session, a minor calibration error resulted in Sarah accidentally receiving a flood of Lara's personal memories. The experience was overwhelming, flooding Sarah with alien emotions and visuals that she could barely comprehend. The floodgates of Lara's consciousness had opened momentarily, revealing her fears, hopes, and a poignant sense of isolation that came with her role as an ambassador far from home. Once the interface was safely disconnected and normalcy restored, Sarah and Lara sat in the quiet of the lab, processing the incident. "I'm sorry, that was not intended," Sarah apologized, her voice tinged with concern. Lara, however, was contemplative rather than upset. "It seems our attempt to bridge our minds has inadvertently brought us closer," Lara mused. The vulnerability of sharing one's inner world is daunting but perhaps necessary for true understanding. This incident spurred a series of debates among the project team about the boundaries of such technology. It wasn't long before guidelines were established, not only to safeguard against unintended intrusions, but also to outline the consent protocols for sharing personal mental and emotional landscapes. As work on the Confluence interface continued, it became a beacon of their joint aspirations, representing a bridge not only between species but between individual souls. Meanwhile, the everyday interactions at the lab grew more complex as more Ashana joined the project, each bringing their unique perspectives and emotional hues. The integration wasn't without its challenges. Cultural misunderstandings were frequent, and differences in life philosophies sometimes led to heated debates. An incident in the communal area where a human casually rearranged an Ashana cultural artifact, mistaking it for a common tool, sparked a significant cultural sensitivity training initiative. Sarah took these challenges as opportunities to enhance the integration process. She organized mixed teams to work on smaller projects, facilitated cultural exchange workshops, and even initiated an interspecies art project where Ashana and humans could express their feelings about the collaboration creatively. The results were enlightening. The art produced was a vivid collage of human and Ashana aesthetics, blending colors and forms in ways that neither species would have conceived on their own. It was a testament to the potential of their combined cultures to create something new and beautiful. In time, the Confluence interface was ready for a formal demonstration. The test was to be conducted in front of the United Earth Council and Ashana leaders, a live demonstration of interspecies communication at its most intimate. Sarah and Lara were to be the test subjects, their previous accidental connection making them the ideal candidates. On the day of the demonstration, the lab was packed with representatives from both species. The air was thick with anticipation as Sarah and Lara, equipped with the neural interfaces, prepared to share a pre-agreed set of thoughts and memories. As the devices activated, a hush fell over the audience. Images and emotions flowed between Sarah and Lara, their private thoughts translated into beautiful, abstract visuals projected for all to see. The demonstration was a symphony of human and Ashana consciousness, a dance of light and color that left the audience in awe. The success of the demonstration was a milestone, not just for the project but for the broader human-Ashana relationship. It proved that with respect, understanding, and technological innovation, two very different species could find common ground and share the most intimate parts of themselves. As the applause echoed through the lab, Sarah and Lara shared a look of triumph and mutual respect. The Confluence interface was not just a tool but a symbol of their shared journey toward a future where no thought or emotion needed to be lost in translation. In the wake of the successful demonstration of the Confluence interface, the dynamic within the living lab shifted. The project had not only proven that deep communication was possible between humans and Ashana, but it had also set a new standard for interspecies relationships. The atmosphere was electric, imbued with a sense of possibility that spurred on even more ambitious projects. Among these was the Harmony Protocol, an initiative to create a shared living space that could adapt in real time to the needs and comfort levels of both Ashana and human inhabitants. This space was to be a prototype for future colonies where humans and Ashana could coexist seamlessly. Sarah took a keen interest in the architectural and environmental planning of the Harmony Protocol. The design included elements like adaptive walls that could change their molecular density for privacy or transparency, and biogenic air processors that could alter the atmospheric composition to suit the respiratory needs of either species at different times. As the project developed, a challenge emerged. The diverse environmental needs led to unexpected interactions between integrated systems. For instance, the humidity levels preferred by the Ashana caused some of the human-oriented tech to malfunction, leading to several minor but alarming incidents like short circuits and data losses. These setbacks served as crucial learning points. Sarah, alongside a team of human and Ashana engineers, delved into a series of modifications, employing both technology and natural solutions from Ashana biotech. They developed moisture-resistant interfaces and energy circuits with bio-insulated pathways, innovations that were celebrated as groundbreaking solutions to interspecies technology integration. While the technical teams tackled the environmental challenges, cultural integration remained a priority. The lab organized living symposiums where humans and Ashana could share their customs, traditions, and even daily routines. During one such event, Sarah and Lara performed a demonstration of the Confluence Interface, sharing their experiences of working together and the deeper understanding they had gained of each other's cultures. The demonstration was profound, showcasing not just the sharing of thoughts, but also the emotional connections that had formed. It was during these sessions that many participants, both human and Ashana, began to truly grasp the potential depth of their collaboration. The project was not just about cohabitation, but about creating a new kind of community that was greater than the sum of its parts. As the Harmony Protocol neared completion, the facility planned a celebration to inaugurate the space. This event was designed to be a showcase of human and Ashana art, cuisine, and technology, symbolizing the fusion of both cultures. Artists from both species worked together to create a gallery of interactive art installations that utilized bioluminescent plants engineered to respond to the viewer's emotions, a blend of human digital art forms and Ashana biological arts. The celebration was a vibrant affair, attended by diplomats, scientists, and citizens from both species. The highlight was the unveiling of the Harmony space itself. The crowd watched in awe as the walls of the room dynamically adjusted their transparency, revealing a stunning panorama of the Earth rising over the lunar landscape. Amid the festivities, a group of human children and Ashana younglings played together, their laughter mingling as they interacted with an installation that created shimmering light patterns in response to their movements. Watching them, Sarah felt a surge of hope. Here, in this room, the future was being shaped not through treaties and technologies alone, but through the simple acts of sharing and living together. The success of the Harmony Protocol went beyond its architectural and technological achievements. It became a symbol of potential peaceful coexistence and mutual enrichment between species, serving as a model for other human and alien collaborations across the stars. As the event drew to a close, Sarah and Lara stood together, reflecting on the journey that had brought them to this point. They understood that the road ahead would be filled with similar challenges and triumphs, but the foundation they had built here was solid, promising a future where humanity and the Ashana could explore the stars as companions and collaborators. As the Harmony Protocol established its roots, the impact of such a groundbreaking project began to ripple out beyond the confines of the Lunar Lab, influencing policy and perception across human and Ashana territories. Both species watched as their joint effort turned into a beacon of interspecies cooperation, prompting discussions on other potential collaboration areas. Amid this wave of enthusiasm, an ambitious plan was conceived to extend the principles of the Harmony Protocol to a more significant scale in interstellar peace park where Ashana and humans could meet, learn, and work together. This park would be located on a neutral planet, ideally situated at the crossroads of human and Ashana space routes, a living symbol of their ongoing commitment to peace and mutual development. Sarah and Lara were invited to spearhead the project, an honor that both felt deeply. As they began the preliminary planning, they focused on incorporating lessons learned from the Lunar Lab. The Peace Park was to feature biomes representative of both Earth and Ashana environments, as well as hybrid zones where new ecosystems could be engineered to support both species' flora and fauna. Meanwhile, back on Earth, in the Ashana homeworlds, schools began incorporating curriculum changes that included studies on each other's cultures, languages, and philosophies. This educational initiative, inspired by the success of the Harmony Protocol, aimed to cultivate a generation that would naturally thrive in an interspecies society. The planning of the Peace Park was meticulous. Sarah and Lara involved experts in xenobiology, environmental science, architecture, and cultural studies. Every aspect of the park was designed with the intent of fostering understanding and respect. The park would also serve as a research and cultural exchange center, featuring joint educational programs, art residencies, and science symposiums. As the construction of the Peace Park commenced, Sarah spent a significant amount of time shuttling between Earth, the park's location, and Ashana territories. During one of her visits to the Ashana homeworld, she participated in a traditional Ashana ceremony that celebrated the interconnectedness of life. The experience was profound, deepening her appreciation for Ashana philosophies and strengthening her resolve to ensure the success of their shared ventures. The park's inauguration was a grand affair attended by leaders, diplomats, and citizens from numerous star systems. The opening ceremony featured a blend of human and Ashana cultural performances, including a specially composed symphony that combined musical elements from both species, played by an interspecies orchestra. As the celebrations unfolded, Lara took a moment to address the gathering. Her speech, rich with emotional resonance, highlighted the journey of their two species from cautious contacts to deep collaboration. Today, we stand together not as representatives of different worlds, but as citizens of a shared universe, she proclaimed, her voice echoing through the assembly. The Peace Park was more than a meeting place. It was a testament to the power of shared visions and aspirations. Over time, it became a favorite venue for treaties and agreements, not just between humans and Ashana, but also involving other alien species interested in learning from their model of cooperation. Years later, as Sarah walked through one of the hybrid biomes of the Peace Park, she reflected on the progress that had been made. The park thrived, a lush, vibrant testament to the potential for peace and mutual respect in the galaxy. Children, both human and Ashana, played among the hybrid plants, their laughter a melody that resonated with hope and unity.